for Oak Bay Gordon Head.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a couple of questions to the Minister on my favourite topic, and I'm sure it will become soon the Minister's favourite topic. We are living here in Victoria, and you cannot and you cannot talk about environmental issues in Victoria without talking about sewage. So I have a number of questions. The Minister was quoted recently in the paper as ensuring citizens of Victoria that funding is committed from the province for the sewage treatment plan. I'm just trying to get that confirmed for the record. And as a follow-up, I'm wondering to what extent that funding is confirmed before, during, or after the construction phase. And the reason why I ask that is during the election, there were some allusions to the fact that funding would only be available after construction were done, as opposed to being done up front.
Minister of the Environment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The funding is still committed. I should advise the member, though, that with respect to how that funding will operate, that is a question that needs to be directed to the Minister of Community, Sport and Cultural Development. We wouldn't have that information.
Member.
Thank you. The province of British Columbia originally mandated a plan be put in place under the former minister, a couple of former now, Barry Pinner. Since that time, federal regulations have come to play and put on the table a 2020 deadline for the construction, end of 2020, for the construction of the sewage treatment plant in British Columbia. Victoria, my question to the minister is, are there any other provincial deadlines that exist now, or are all previous provincial deadlines being eliminated so that the only governing deadline for completion is the federal mandate one of 2020?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the current provincial deadline that they're facing is a December 31st, 2016. We're aware that that may be problematic for them, and we're certainly willing to consider an amendment that would allow that to be extended. Nevertheless, the 2020 deadline is a hard deadline from the federal government, and one that we don't have any authority to change.
Thank you, Minister.
Member.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Minister. I'm sure the CRD would be delighted to get that amendment to that effect, because, and so would the citizens of